As by the title and thumbnail, you can tell that this video is all about why Max Verstappen joining Mercedes is not such a bad idea. Now, lots of people may disagree given the current performance of Mercedes, but I'm here to tell you all the reasons why it could be one of the smartest moves Max makes in his career. So, first and foremost, do I believe this move is going to happen? Now, under the guise of the current situation with Christian Horner, I'm going to say there is a potential. Do I think that it is going to happen in the end? No, but right now there is potential for Max Verstappen to make that move. We've recently seen comments from Christian Horner where he said internally to the team that he thinks that the team can still be dominant and win championships without the likes of Max Verstappen, Adrian Newey, Helmut Marko. So I think there is a possibility for him to move on. Horner has also commented saying that if Max Verstappen doesn't want to be in the team, he won't hold him hostage and he will be able to move on if that is what he wishes. If you haven't already and you're enjoying this type of Formula 1 content, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner. We're trying to hit 300 by the end of April, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, share this video with all your friends and get them to subscribe too. Now, let's get into the main parts of this video and why I think this move to Mercedes could be a masterstroke in Max Verstappen's career. Now, with the ongoing drama with Christian Horner, my recent takes are in recent videos. If you want to check that out, go and take a look. But with that ongoing situation, it is going to cause a power struggle, which we have seen. Now, that leads to split garages, split departments, and it leads to everyone in the team not sort of pulling in the same direction. Although everybody still wants to win, lots of people aren't pulling in the same direction. Now, will that affect performance on track for Red Bull at the moment? For me, personally, I think not. I think they have a big enough advantage and Max is a good enough driver to be able to maintain that advantage. I personally think they're cruising about at the moment. But could that spread into problems with future cars? Absolutely. Now, we already know that Red Bull are creating their first engine and hybrid unit for the upcoming 26 regulations. And this is where I think the Mercedes move could be a masterstroke. Should Max Verstappen choose to depart Red Bull and go to Mercedes, I think we know that Mercedes have reliable, quick engines. Even in this current era where their cars aren't the best, they still have one of the better engines on the grid. Now, the Honda engine does seem to perform slightly better, but I think a lot of it is down to aero, in my personal opinion. You look at the design flaws of the Mercedes and the previous design flaws of the McLaren and the Aston Martin and things like that, and I still think that Mercedes engine is probably one of the best on the grid. But due to aero efficiency and things like that and philosophies of car, the current Red Bull smashes everybody, let's be clear. But the 2026 first ever engine for Red Bull could spell problems, in my opinion. Now, with the recent Christian Horner situation, there is potential that Ford may pull out. And that means that they won't really have any specialists. Now, don't get me wrong, they will have employed specialist engine mechanics and things like that, and engine designers to obviously build up Red Bull powertrains. But do I think that they're going to be on the same level as someone like Mercedes or Ferrari, who has been building the Formula 1 engines and things like that for hundreds, well, not hundreds of years, but Ferrari haven't left the sport. They've always had an engine in the sport. And then obviously Mercedes have always had a hand in Formula 1, even before they had a team on the grid, recently. So they've got more experience in this field of working in a regulation set of what they can and can't do. And I do think that is going to have an impact on the championship heading into 2026. Now, obviously, the cars will change slightly too, but big engine change is the major factor. Now, you could have the best car on the grid, but if your engine isn't up to scratch, you've got problems. Now, Mercedes and Ferrari have proved that they can build reliable and fast engines. Red Bull haven't yet proved that. So a move for Max Verstappen to Mercedes, although it might seem like a stupid decision as we talk right now because of the dominance they're having, it could look absolutely amazing in 5 years' time if Mercedes come out with the best engine and develop a really good car for that regulation set. It could see Max Verstappen retire at 30 with 7 championships. He's 26, I believe, right now, and he currently has 4. Although one is arguable, he has 4. Does he end this season on 4? Yeah, end this season on 4, and then go into next season, and he'll probably have 5 if he stays at Red Bull, because that's the gap they have. So engines is a massive, massive factor. Now, if Max Verstappen isn't to leave Red Bull, if Max Verstappen isn't to leave Red Bull and join Mercedes, you have to look at the impact that could happen at Red Bull themselves. Now, we know the situation with Christian Horner. There is masses of problems going on behind the scenes. And despite the fact that they want to push this we're all together like narrative out to the media, it's quite clear from comments being made from different areas of Red Bull that that isn't entirely the case. The constant rumours that Christian Horner is going to be sacked isn't really showing that they're all together. Now, whether those rumours are factual or fake, they have happened every race weekend. They happened during testing, they happened before testing. It's constant rumours, and that causes problems. It's going to cause some people not to know where they stand within the team, where the team stands. And obviously Christian Horner has been there a long time, and we all know the situation. I'm not going to get into that, but it could cause masses of problems if he was to go, or if he wasn't to go. Now, we all know that there's contract clauses with the likes of Adrian Newey, Helmut Marko, Max Verstappen, probably also further back within departments with the likes of Pierre Wache. And for me, that could be absolutely massive. You look at what Ferrari are building with Fred Vasseur. You've got Lewis Hamilton joining in 2025. Now, that is an exciting prospect for anybody on the Formula One paddock, whether that be a team principal, a strategist, or a designer like Adrian Newey. And could this spell movement from behind the scenes at Red Bull? I personally think the current situation could. But will it? That's the real question. I think there's a lot of people that are sort of on the fence with the current situation, and I think that's where the problem is at the moment. But Max Verstappen will know what's going off. He'll know more than me. He'll know more than you watching this video, and he'll know if it's the right thing to do to move. Now, with Christian Horner's comments about being able to win without him, if I was Max Verstappen, I'd want to go, prove me right. Prove me right. Prove to me that you can win without me. Prove it. And I'd move. Because, in my opinion, that's lacking in showing the importance of what Max Verstappen has done for Red Bull Racing. Now, we saw it with Sebastian Vettel, and then we saw the demise of Red Bull once Vettel left and they went to the Renault engine. And so we know that, is it entirely true that Red Bull can win championships and races without Max Verstappen? Of course it is. If they have the best car and they have a pace advantage, of course that is possible. But will they? That's the real question. How influential is Max Verstappen to the people behind the scenes? How much is it that those people working at Red Bull want to work with Max? Because if Max was to move, a bit like Lewis Hamilton, you're going to see people move on. Now, there is obviously some caveats to this move to Mercedes. We've already seen a range of top staff at Mercedes leave over recent years, and most recently D'Ambrosio is leaving to join Mercedes. And most recently D'Ambrosio is leaving to join Ferrari following Lewis Hamilton in 2025. Now D'Ambrosio was reported to essentially be Toto Wolff's number 2 backup. Like, for races that Toto couldn't attend, he was the acting team principal, and he was put in the sort of forefront to be Toto Wolff's replacement if Toto Wolff was to step away from team principal duties. And I think that spells problems. Now, obviously, you've got big issues at Mercedes currently, but could they solve their issues? Absolutely. I do think this move to Mercedes for Max could be an absolute masterstroke, but it's going to be a struggle for 2025. That is my opinion. I think whatever happens, whether Max stays at Red Bull or moves to Mercedes, I think Mercedes are going to struggle in 25. But the important thing is, are they going to be able to rectify all their issues heading into 2026 and have a championship winning car for the new regulation set? That is where I think the point lies. Does Max have confidence in Red Bull? Does Max have confidence in Mercedes? Is he going to make the jump? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I think it is a possibility, but you need to let me know why you think it is or isn't down in the comments. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button. Share this video to all your friends, all the Verstappen fans. Let them all know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.